Let's visit the West region. Where is the West? Have you been to any states in the West? What's up? I hope you're ready for some excitement because I'm going to be showing you around the West today. I need a break from the waves anyway. Ready? Grab your ticket. We're going to ride on a train for most of our trip. The West was the last region discovered by the European explorers. Lewis and Clark finally made their way to the Pacific Ocean and reported back to the people in the East. Soon more and more people were setting out to explore this new territory, especially since there were tales of gold and riches that lay out the West. This led to the gold rushes and silver blooms that you may have heard of. Let's learn more about this region. Stop number 1. Colorado. The Gold Rush. During the gold rush, when people were moving west in search of riches, a small town called Oro City was a popular mining spot for gold. However, the miners found that a heavy brown sand they were digging actually contained a lead mineral that was rich in silver. Soon, instead of a gold rush, there was a silver boom. Leadville, Colorado. More and more people moved to the area in search of silver. A new town called Leadville formed near 2 of the mining spots. This was the beginning of the Colorado silver boom. Leadville became one of the world's largest silver camps. Wow, I wish I could find a gold or silver mine today. Let's keep moving. I want to show you one of my favorite outdoor spots. Stop 2. Wyoming. Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone National Park was established in 1872 as the world's first national park by the United States Congress. The name of the park comes from the Miniatry Native Americans who called the river that flowed through it Mitsi-Adisi, which means rock yellow river. They called it this because the banks of the river were covered with rocks that were yellowish in color. Later the name became Yellow Rock and eventually Yellowstone. Yellowstone National Park sits in the northwest corner of Wyoming, close to the Montana border. Yellowstone facts. The park covers 3,472 miles. That's bigger than the states of Rhode Island and Delaware combined. There's an active volcano in the park. There are about 2,000 earthquakes there every year. The park has more than 300 geysers. A geyser is a type of hot spring that erupts, sending a column of hot water and steam into the air. Old Faithful is one of the most well-known geysers. The name Old Faithful was chosen because the geyser is predictable. It erupts about every 91 minutes. Each eruption lasts from 1.5 to 5 minutes. Whoa, those geysers are really cool. Let's see what other cool things we can discover about the West. Stop 3. Montana. Lolo Pass, Montana. Lolo Pass is a high mountain pass in the northern Rocky Mountains. It is located on the border between Montana and Idaho. The Rocky Mountains stretch from Canada to New Mexico, sometimes called the Rockies. These mountains are covered with snow in the winter from harsh blizzards. Why is Lolo Pass important? You remember that Lewis and Clark were sent on an expedition to find a water route from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, right? Well, when they came to Lolo Pass, their journey became incredibly hard. The land was very rocky and covered with snow. There were no animals to hunt, so Lewis and Clark had to resort to eating some of their own horses and supplies such as candles. Lewis and Clark sure were some brave dudes. So far, I've only taken you to the colder states in the West, but we have warm states too. Follow me. Stop 4. California. Welcome to California. When you think of California, you probably think of sunny weather, beaches, and maybe even movie stars or Disneyland. But there's much more to learn about California. Central Valley. Central Valley is a long strip in the center of California. It stretches for about 400 miles. That is twice as long as the state of South Carolina. Central Valley. These aerial views of Central Valley show you how flat the land is in this area. Which region does not...
Okay.
Should I restart it?
No, you can stop it
Yeah.
and then just start from there making a new video. So save that one and then just start from there making a new video.